please take a picture? Sure.
Hello everyone, welcome to the afternoon stream. My name is Dudzord and I work on awesome game dev projects here on Twitch. Today's Thursday and we are working on a Unity game, a digital version of a board game that me and a friend are creating. And today I'm trying to add the initial support for multiplayer. During the morning stream, we were already able to so currently we already have like a lobby system which allows you to create a lobby. Players can join. Only the host will be able to start the game whenever the lobby is full. But I figured that it was very difficult to test all the time starting from that because it requires like almost 1 minute of setup. So during the morning I tried to figure out which way I could do to essentially kickstart the play or the game from the game scene pretty much directly without going through the lobby. And I was able to find a way to do that, which I think it's now working. So if I click play here, you will see that after some seconds, this player here initializes both blue and green to 0 points. And then this one here gets synced as well. And both logged in that they have 2 players connected. So, I mean, this kind of feels like it's working, you know? So if I do this, and now I click end turn, well, the objects still don't sync, okay? But at least for now, I'm trying to see if this end turn button goes like back and forth. So if I click end turn now, both called end player turn. But yeah, apparently it didn't work. GG. Apparently it didn't work. Okay, so something weird is happening here. So on line 175 of Game Manager, which is here, line 175, it's complaining that we shouldn't be able to modify the state here, which kind of makes sense. So what should happen, or so the objective is that whenever the player, like the game starts, the host will prepare this players array with all of the connected players. This is just a structure which will contain like the scores of each player. And it also has a current player index, which is going to be a random index between 0 and the number of players. And these variables here can only be modified by the host, by default, I mean. So yeah, the host like essentially sets up this. Then both the host and the clients set up the UI just so the UI appears like empty. appears like with a 0 value for the connected player. So in this case, blue and green. More, and then start game is called. The thing that start game does is it essentially disables the end turn button, so it's not visible, and then it plays in a timeline, an animation, which will take like 3 seconds, and by the end of it, we should get on start game finished. Okay, and each one of these beautiful folks will call this, but in reality, only the host should be able to modify this the state of this variable here. Okay, and then I see which player I am. I try to grab my index, and if my index matches the index of the current playing player, then I can play styles. If not, I cannot play styles. So, pretty easy. And then we call start round, which will then call on start round finished, which again, only the parent host should be able to modify. And once we are on start round finished, we should be able to play the game. Then, okay, maybe I will need to stop this for a little bit. And now let's play this again, because then what should happen is that one of these players, picked by chance, should be the first player that can play. Okay, so this is gonna take some seconds. Okay, and so currently it's this player here, like the green guy, who can play styles, because the first turn is always randomized. So what we need to figure out is what happens when I click this end turn here. And if we check the code on end player turn, by clicking the button, we send a message to the server, or to the host even. And the host will be the one responsible by incrementing the turn value and setting who's the next available player to play. And then it's essentially gonna call end player turn to all of the clients, which should just change the index of who can play. So let's see if this works. I mean, it might work, it might not work. We'll see. Okay, so whenever I make a change, like this messes up and I need to initialize. Which is the tough part about multiplayer, I would say. That whatever change you make, it kind of messes up like the networking. Oh, now it's saying that it's using the same port. Now it's saying that it's using the same port. So do I need to close this again? Yeah, I'm not too happy with this. This is not the first time that it happens, where it starts complaining, oh, that port is in use. So then it means I need to kill the process and restart over. But maybe there's a better way of doing this. One annoying thing is also whenever I restart this, I need to enable the player here. Maybe what I can do is maybe I can do this. Because maybe this will work. directly. Okay, so if I duplicate this is a current scene multiplayer. And then this is a lobby scene multiplayer. Okay, so here I want to do the current scene. I want these tags here. These guys don't need tags. This guy does. Okay, so what happens if I instead launch it through here? So if I do current scene multiplayer, surely this is gonna work. Okay, so this also connected properly. Number of players is 2. This one was assigned to be the first player, which is going to be the blue team. So I can put 3 pieces in, shred, because of the guitar solos. Hello, Samanot. Okay, so now if I click end turn, like both of them call end player turn, which is, I mean, this is just the, hold on. So this log here comes from client's RPC. Okay, and the client's RPC gets called by the server RPC. So in reality, this should have changed. But for some reason it didn't. So maybe I need to attach to both players. It's just, it continues, yeah. I usually don't close this YouTube player thing. But I already downloaded all of the songs, by the way. I don't know where they are. But I already downloaded all of the songs. So it means that I can at least... Yeah, all of them are here. So it means that I can at least like balance the volume as well. Hello, cat. Cat is being annoying again. Poor cat. Okay, so this is not working. So what should happen is that end player end turn should disable the button. So I kinda wanna see what happens here. Okay, so if I click end turn, my current turn is turn 1. Oh, this is gonna call it end round. And then end round server is gonna do this. And we'll try to increment the scores. It's gonna set. Okay, when is the value of current value set to 0? On start round. Okay, so when is start round Okay, end round, so I should have an end round finished. And then end round finished calls start round, and starts round resets it. Bro, this is freaking annoying. Okay, we go again. So we stopped, we played. Yeah, this takes way longer to launch through here. But it's fine. Okay, so this guy can do its own thing. And it's connected to both. Can I see where are my breakpoints? Don't I have like a breakpoint list or anything? Probably not. It's fine. Okay, so I click end turn. So this sends a message to the server. So I was on turn 0, and now I'm on turn 1. I have 2 players connected. So my index is gonna go from 0 to index 1. And then I'm gonna send a message to all of the players here. And I don't know why this guy didn't call this on the client. But in any case, am I the current player? False, I'm not the current player. So I should disable the button, and I should say that the player index for the tile placement manager is going to be player 1. Okay, but this didn't disable the button. Why? Oh, I'm probably forgetting that. Hold on. Okay, so I do it on start game. Then I do it on end round. But then on start round. Then on start game finished. Okay, so I actually need to do this for every turn as well. So I should shoot the button if I'm the current player. Okay, let me stop this. Apply. This is very difficult. Okay, so it's connected after some seconds. This is peer-to-peer. I don't know anymore. Okay, so I click end turn. Okay, it disables the button. But it should enable the button on this guy now. But it didn't. No, I think that currently this is not a peer-to-peer. I think now, currently it's a client server. Because I'm trying to run this locally. I don't even know. I don't even know. Now, this is weird. Like, this should be getting called for player 2. Oh, but player 2 doesn't... is not attached. I see. Okay, so I want to play these. I keep thinking it's so odd to have one player be server on PC. So used to having remote servers. I mean, the first player in this case is both the server, but yeah, it's also the client, you know. I don't know if there's like another way to do it. So if I have player 2 here. Okay, so if I now click on end turn, this gets called on player 2. And I'm ID number 1. But it's still saying that the current player index is 0. See, like, this is the weird part. The server changed this. Like, the server changed this from 0 to 1. But here, it still didn't propagate. This is like the part that I don't understand. Like, do I need to call a sync or something somewhere? Because if I were to call this... So the server modified this. And because this is a network variable, in theory, this should have like broadcasted everywhere. So now this should like disable both. Which is weird because it disabled on the host because the host believes he's on a player 1. But or player, so the player 1 which just played changed the variable which now says it should be player 2. So that's why this doesn't allow you to place anything. But the player 2 still believes it's the player's 1 turn. But then if you put breakpoints, it disconnects, you see? Which is freaking horrible. Which is very, very horrible. So they are connected. Now it's this guy's turn here. If I do this and I click end turn, it should show it there on this guy. But now it's showing on this guy, but this guy can still play and this guy can still play. So why? Yeah, because it changed on the host, because this guy is the host, but it didn't have time to propagate to the clients. All of this part here is very weird. Like, when do I know? Here it says network variable current state is automatically synchronized on the client side. Oh, oh, I probably need the on value changed. Well, so that I should only call this on value changed then. But I mean, this is kind of weird. Because the way that I think about this, which again might be completely wrong, is the current player clicks the end the turn button. The current player clicks the end turn button, which by itself sends a message to the server saying, okay, my turn finished, so please increment the turn so the next player can go. So the server increments the value, and then the server um, sends notifies all the clients saying, okay, you are free to move to the next player. But between changing this and then calling the RPC, I thought that this value would get like updated automatically, but seemingly it's not. So I wonder if I can just like pass a value there myself. So is this like an int? Int player index. Maybe I can do this instead. So instead of relying on that value, I rely on the value that the server just calculated. I mean, maybe that would make sense. So whenever I call an RPC with just newly changed values, maybe I need to send the value as an argument to the RPC. I think that makes sense. Because I need to assume that this can take like 100 milliseconds or something to synchronize. And now this is stuck. GG. Why is this stuck? See, like now I cannot stop this at all. I cannot stop, I cannot play, I cannot do anything. Okay, GG. We have to restart Unity again. There must be a better way to make make multiplayer games. This can't be all pain and suffering the entire way, surely. You may not pass in objects that are already persistent. Okay, so it even warned me about something. Hold on, I'm gonna close this. Wait a little bit. This is the joy of game dev, living the dream. It's hella difficult. Then it's also doing this, saying, oh, you cannot pass. What's this? Save to serialized file. Now it's giving like this weird error here, which I don't know what it means. It's just saying you may not pass in objects that are already persistent. So I wonder if it's complaining about this. You know, maybe I can do a int player index equals this, and then I, instead of passing that thing, I pass this thing. That's value. Surely this will work. Okay. Okay, let's see. So after some seconds, okay, player 1 gets to play. I play, I click end turn, and now it's player's 2 turn. And then I click end turn, and now nothing happens. Oh no, because... Oh, if I ended the turn, now it's my turn again. Okay, so now it's my turn. Now I click end turn. Okay, hold on, I'm confused as hell. Oh, it's because if it's 2 players, the player who just played goes again, I guess. So I end the player turn, but then it's still me because I finished the round. So I do this, I click end turn. So now it's me again here. And now I click end turn. No. Okay, so the first click doesn't do anything. Okay, so the first click doesn't do anything for some reason. Imagine being a peasant having to go to an office and shuffle papers around. True. I mean, apparently this is working. For some reason I need to click on this button twice. But... Oh, because it's calling the end round server. No. I mean, this guy... Oh, okay, he's trying to call end round, but he's not the server, so he cannot call end round. I see. Okay, I think we made some progress. Let me just try this again, just to see if it actually complains. Okay, hold on. So if I do this, I close Unity. I open Unity. I mean, Unity now has MCP, so maybe I can pass in like use ChatGPT to know like the hierarchy of files, the hierarchy of game objects and stuff to codecs. Okay, so I don't know, but it doesn't like this for some reason. But it's whatever. Cloud by default through though can read the code pretty well already. No, I don't mean the code. I mean, if they have an MCP, they have like an API to interact with this, to probably like tell you which components are attached to a game object. It was able to parse my prefabs. Yeah, that's also true, because it's being serialized in text format, I guess. I know, but it's scary. Scary stuff. Okay, so I would say that assumingly this worked. Assumingly this worked. So if I want to call this, I'm gonna call it server RPC. And round on the server. Can I have like an RPC calling another RPC? Surely. But yeah, make me a scene with a water object and add some buoys would be epic to test. I mean, if you have the prefabs with the names, you know, and you tell it use the prefab from this folder, maybe it can do that. Or even instantiate like a million cubes and like make them like move as waves or something. Okay, so this is the end round server RPC. And the only thing that this guy needs to do is it sets the value here. Is gonna get the scores from everyone. Is gonna update the scores. And then is gonna need to do this part where this is client stuff now. So this is gonna need to call end round clients RPC. End round clients RPC. And can I pass like the players here? I wonder if I can pass the players, actually. So what type is this? This is a network list of network player data. Yeah, because the thing is, if I don't pass the players, then the server is modifying the player scores, but whenever it calls the RPC on the clients won't have the new scores yet. So I kinda need to pass a copy of the players here so that it actually like works. Now I don't know if it's gonna enjoy this, but okay. And then it will call on end round finished somewhere. End round finished. And this is gonna call start round. I mean, the only thing that this guy should do, like, see, this is the part that I don't know how to manage. I feel like I kind of feel I need to start like building diagrams or something. So this is the end player turn. Okay, so this is player turn. This is start round. But this start round gets called automatically. From where? On end round finished. But on the end round finished, this gets called by the timeline. This gets called by the timeline. So this should only change UI stuff. I still need to figure out a way to call this on the server once. You know, I need to figure out a way to call this on the server once. So on end round finished, this is gonna be dot end round, which is gonna be here. So on the server RPC, I'll probably do that, and then I also do this. So this calculates the turn, the new index. The index goes by 1. Number of players. But value is greater than 2. I do this. Okay. Is this gonna work? Who knows? Okay, now it's complaining about something. End round clients don't know how to serialize network list. Clients RPC. Clients RPC. So it's this one. This guy doesn't know how to do this. Can I do a 2 array or something? Maybe like as a native array. Native array. This. No. Not read only. This feels like yucky. Don't know how to serialize native array. Okay, so apparently this doesn't work. Okay, so this should trigger the scores. The thing is that this is gonna take a while. Okay, so maybe I should go on end round finished, and maybe I should do it here. Okay, let's see. Because I'm kind of starting to feel like I need to have like sleeps in my code to make sure that the variables get like synced properly. But bro, it's scary. Okay, so I am green. I'm gonna conquer 4 points, and I'm gonna go to this guy, end player turn, Why is he trying to initialize? And now I cannot stop this because it has like some weird memory thing working. Okay, I'm not liking this at all. That's all I can say. It's fine. We'll manage. Okay, let's try again. Play. I mean, this thing still tries to deploy it somewhere. I don't know where, but it tries to do something with this. Status window. It's running. Receive queue is full. Some packets could be dropped, increasing its size. I mean, sure. Okay, so I'm player blue. So I'm gonna try and conquer 4 points. The fuck? Why did you select that guy? Okay, so apparently I'm gonna try and conquer 5 points. Okay, and now I am this guy here. In player turn, so it's my turn. And I'm gonna only conquer 1 point. Okay, and now I'm gonna click end turn, and it should end the round. And it should update the Y for both. So blue should get 5 points, green should get 1. So blue got 4. So it didn't even like count this properly. And green got 0 for some reason. Oh. Yeah, because the one that counts the points is the host, and the host isn't aware of any green tiles. That's the thing. The host is not aware of any green tiles. I mean, that makes sense. So now I need to start synchronizing this somehow. Okay, so this guy goes with 2 points. End turn. This guy goes with 4 points. End turn. Now this guy is gonna like calculate the points for both of them. But yeah, the host isn't aware of the green tile, so it doesn't work. Okay. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So, what do I need to do here? What do I need to do here? I mean, I'll have this tile placement manager thing here, which is running, by the way. So technically, whenever I place a tile, I kinda need to send server RPC, you know, saying that player index place the nah. Do I want to do this? Okay, because how does this work? So this guy is attached to a cell, but the cell is read from. Well, I don't want to sync the individual cells of the game, do I? Do I want to turn each one of these cells into like networkable objects? Because that might work. Mods. Okay, I'm gonna do it myself. No, Simon not did it. Rest in peace. Okay, how do I want to do this then? So because currently here on the scene, I have like all of the I have like these board tiles root something, which has these individual like tiles here. But should I turn this into like a networkable, like a network object of some sort? Yeah, because if I make them networkable, then if it is distributable, then any one of those can change. And this feels like too... Okay, so I'll need to do it the other way that I was thinking, which is whenever I place a tile, I need to call like a server RPC saying that player index place the tile at cell XLY and what do I need to do here? I'll probably need to say if it's a movement tile or a combat tile with a value. Oh, so you'd sync all of those. Okay. The thing is that the state of each cell is attached to this cell script, and then they individually have like a movement cell script or a combat cell script. I mean, I can probably do something like this. So playstyle server RPC. So player this player is gonna do this. And this guy is gonna do a combat tile index. combat tile index equals 0. So something like this. Okay, and then I'll do this RPC here, which takes a int player index xy, int combat tile index, which is this, and this in turn is gonna call clients RPC. It's exactly the same data. I don't know if I like this. Send to server. And this is clients and host. Yeah, the weird thing is that this pattern kind of feels I need to always have like 3 methods to do anything. And then this guy here is gonna be responsible for this. So, okay, I need to get the cell. The cell is gonna be cells xy method delegatory event is expected. What? Oh, cells dot this maybe. Okay, so this is the cell. Okay, I'll need the prefab. So I'll need to do this. It's kind of weird. So I get the prefab. I get the cell. And this just does this. So here I just get the prefab for the thing and then I spawn it. It's hella weird. If you send all cells individually, you might just need to send a move ID so you don't update from previous moves, mix with the current ones, etc. If you got a lag spike or something. I mean, the game is so slow that I don't think a lag spike would matter. I don't know. But I mean, all of these RPC calls, they are probably TCP calls, so they eternally already have some sort of ID to make sure that if you miss something from the past, they don't get reproduced. Or maybe if you get, I'm not exactly sure, but maybe if you get like a lag spike and then you get 2 in a row and you get a new and the old one, they probably can like reorder before committing. Or if you first put the one that you did after and only then you get the one in the past, it's probably automatically roll back and replay both. That's how I would expect it to go. I cannot guarantee that's the case. Okay, so playstyle just sends a message to the server. Then the server just sends a message to everyone. I mean, I could probably call this. Now the thing is, I don't know if any player can do this. Maybe the player connects to the server connects to everyone. Probably the best way. And then this guy just does this. Okay, let's see if this works. I have a feeling it might. I have a feeling it might. Well, I can just pass a -1 here. Okay, let's see. So it's doing stuff. Number of players 2. Okay, so this guy goes first. So now what I expect to happen is when I place a tile here, it should automatically replicate in everyone. GG, didn't work. Why? Yeah, it didn't work. Good job. Can play style. It's kind of weird. Yeah, I kind of expected this to work. Okay, let's see now with the breakpoint. I also wonder if there's like some visibility into the type of methods that are getting called. So I have like this network debug view, which I don't know what this is. Stats monitor, network scene visualization, ownership. Oh, this is pretty cool. Like it even paints things based on who owns what. Pretty cool. Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. I like it. Oh, because current player index is not in sync. No. That's not the issue. Is it? Nah. Okay, so this player index should be this player index. Okay, hold on. I need to stop this. Yeah. But I kind of wanted to see like the messages that go across the network. Multiplayer center. Multiplayer player mode. Open window. Connecting players. Hosting. I don't know. In any case, this guy is sending a message. Okay, and it didn't stop at the breakpoint. So I think I need to attach it again here. Well, the thing is, this is clearly getting attached to the current, or this is obviously running for the player that clicked the thing, because it's, I mean, it's spawning it there. You know, so that is spawning. But I wonder why. I wonder why it doesn't get called on the host, you know? So if I do this, I know why. Because it needs to be a network behavior. GG. First try. Yeah, it needs to be a network behavior. Okay, so things that call RPCs need to be network behavior. This is so much stuff to keep track of. No wonder that there are like dedicated people who do multiplayer only. They don't do like gameplay. They just like send data. Okay, surely this is gonna work now. So I'm gonna... Oh, there it is. Look at that. GG's. Okay, now if I do this, and then I switch over, I'll be able to do this. Okay. Pretty cool. Okay, so now blue player should have 3 points, and the green player should have 2 points. Hell yeah! Hell yeah, okay. Pretty cool stuff. I like it. I like it. Okay, so I would say that I'll also need to like, well, I guess now that the next step is solving for the dice throw. I mean, the game is this, you know, like the game is this. So the thing that I now need to handle is what happens if I try to conquer that cell, because as you can clearly see, it didn't replicate here, which is okay. But also, before doing that, it should also like transition to the dice throwing. Players will be throwing the dice and all. And then whenever it resolves, it should come back to this. But I would say that for first, let's try and fix like this combat part here. Okay, so if I stop this now, what more can I do? So I have the playstyle, but I'll also need to do the explode tiles, I see. So the explode tiles will also need to be networkable. So I'm gonna have this, and I'm gonna have server RPC, and then I'm gonna have clients RPC. Helgardia with the first. Welcome, my friend. Simonot is sleeping at the wheel. GG. RPC sent to server. I'm working. Well, so am I. Clients and host. Okay, so I need to change this. Well, not this, I guess. I mean, this could run on the server. That's the thing. So the server could be the one that runs and then propagates. And then the server is always like the authority. Okay, so I would say that this guy only calls explode tile server RPC. Server RPC is gonna do this. I mean, this kind of requires cell to be networkable, which I don't know if it is. It's not, because it needs to implement. It's a mono behavior. Network serializable by memcopy. Surely this is gonna work. No, it's not, because this has all the mono behavior stuff. What? Okay, so I can't actually do this. Hold on. No, so I need to pass cell.x, cell.y. Okay. Int cell x, int cell y. Okay, and then here I get the cell again. Cell x, cell y. Dot get component cell. Okay, pretty cool. So this is the cell. And then I grab, if it's a combat cell, if it's not, it's a movement cell. And then it checks the owner. And then it's gonna call clear all of these. Oof. Hold on. Okay, so these are just the ones that we need to clear. Okay, so this is an ash set of cells. Okay, so maybe I can turn this into an array. No, hold on. So maybe I can return. So the server does this. Bruh, hold on. Okay, this is weird. Okay, so I call this. I send this data. Cells to explode. Get adjacent cells. Okay, so maybe I need to run this on the client. Ugh. But I mean, if I run this on the client, then the client can just fake everything. I don't even recall how this works. So this is the cell that I'm trying to explode, which is the combat cell. And then I get all the cells around. I clear those cells, and then I get all of the unconnected movement tiles. I mean, instead of clearing them, I should probably say um, nah, hold on. What do I do here? So I'm already clearing this one, and then I need to go and search for the unconnected ones. And this calls this clear method. But in reality, instead of doing this, I could just return this as a list. Can I do a to list? Yes. So I could do this instead. And I can call get unconnected movement tiles. This gives me a list of tiles, I guess. And then here I'm gonna call var unconnected movement tile equals get unconnected movement tiles, and then I do this. Okay, surely this is gonna work. Surely. Okay, I'm gonna click play. Okay, so who plays first? It's this guy here. So I'm gonna go for the 3 points in turn. Now it's this guy turn here. So I'm gonna go for the for the 2 points in there in turn. Okay, so it's gonna be 3 to the blue, 2 to the green. Okay, and then this guy is gonna do this. So nothing's gonna change. Now it's this guy here. And if I try to conquer this, it should conquer this. And I should also clear this 3. And green should go from 2 to 7 and blue should be kept at 3. Oh, so it didn't sync properly. Somehow it didn't sync properly. Because it's probably like too much information going on. Fuck. Why? Why didn't this work? Okay, I think this didn't work because I explode the tiles and I place the tiles like in quick succession. But this explode tiles is gonna send like some data here. And then place tiles is gonna send some network thing later. So things might get out of sync apparently. Okay, how do I solve for those? So if I do this, like conquer. Okay, this is not gonna work. Sorry. Ba-da-da-da-bam-bam. Ba-da-dam-bam-bam-ba-dam-ba-bam. Okay, so if I connect these here, okay, it's currently in sync, which is cool. I kind of want this to, if you move over a tile that you can't, it should like disappear, but it's not. So it's always going to like render one more than it should. Like it shouldn't be rendering that one. But it's fine. Okay, so it's my turn now. So if I do... If I do this... Oh, so it didn't even... Okay, it didn't place that guy. Okay, so it's a bug. See? It's like bugging. Okay, but if I try to... If I try to... Oh my god. Click this guy. So like it cleared properly, but it didn't set the thing. Why? Why? Because these are running async. These are running async. Okay. I kind of feel like I should send I kind of feel I should send an event just so I join both of these. Like an explode tiles and place, you know. Just so this method here method here gets called automatically. Not automatically, but could be like reusable. So if I do a playstyle common, playstyle common. Okay, and if I assume this takes all of the same nonsense as here. So this one doesn't need to be an RPC. This one doesn't need to be an RPC. Meaning that when I call explode tiles, when I call explode tiles, I can actually call explode tiles like with this, and then here I could call the playstyle common, but this would be like the current player index, and then this would be like some worth that is still not determined. Var combat. Is it combat value index or what's it called? Combat tile index. Okay, and here I pass the combat tile index. Okay, so it's this, then it's an int player index, int combat tile index, player index combat tile index, int player index int combat, int player index int combat, int player index int combat. GG. Okay, and this is going to be combat index, and this is going to be player index. Okay, and now it should work because it should clear the cells and then automatically place the cell. Surely. Surely this is going to work. Oh. Apologies, kind sir. I mean, there's for sure some better way of doing this. Damn, 60 stream streak is a bunch actually. The morning stream was the 100th, by the way. So this is stream number 101. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Okay, so I get to place some tiles here. And I get to conquer this guy there. Oh, why is it not placing it? Okay, I'm kind of confused. Hold on. It's not letting me place the guy there. Okay, I'm hella confused. Hold on. Para. I mean, yeah, it's not letting me place the combat tiles anymore. Why? The hell? Oh, because it's called placed tile common, this doesn't get called. But this gets called. Also no. And this also doesn't get called. What about this? I'm so confused. So it's not called place tile. The fuck? This guy is like trolling. Pa, 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 pa. Oh, because this calls explode tiles. Oh, and because it doesn't belong to anyone. I see, I see, I see, I see, I see. Okay, I'm being dumb, sorry. Okay, so if owner index, if it's different than -1, I do this. Okay, I think this should work now. Okay, so if I now do this and I place it there, GG. If I end turn, it switches. Now if I start placing it here and then I explode it, it should explode all these 3 and it should replace that guy there. For fuck's sake, it didn't. Why? What's wrong with this? Oh, it's because of the current player index? Somewhere. It's kind of odd. Because, I mean, it's like replacing. Oh, so this one worked. Okay, so this always explodes mine as well. Well, I don't want to do that. This is all messed up. Hold on. Okay, I need to start like fixing bugs immediately. Okay, so the first thing that I want to fix is that if I move over one cell that doesn't have that you can place on, like it should disappear. So if you have this, if I'm here and then I move over, like that thing should disappear. Okay, so how do I do that? So that's the preview. That's the preview. That's the nearest cell. Get closest cell to point. Okay, so if I have a nearest cell and I can place the tile there, then I show the preview. Where do I set the preview to false? On set player index only. Nah, bruh. We are doing it right here. So if I cannot place a cell, well, technically it should be this. So first set the movement to false. Here I set the combat to false. And here I set both to false. Okay, let's see. I actually think that this can play style needs to be like a little bit smarter. Because if I'm if the cell that I'm overing hold on, what's this? Can play style nearest cell. So I get the cell, I get adjacent cells. The current cell is empty. Yeah, well, it's not only if it's empty, because if it's a combat cell and the index is different than my own, var combat cell equals cell.gameObject that get component combat cell. So if owner.index, so if not combat cell and owner index equals that, else if combat cell and owner index different from the current player index, or I mean equals, sorry, return false. think I'm gonna mess this up. Yeah, network is messed up, so I need to stop again and launch again. It's weird, like if you have a game running, like a multiplayer game running, if you change one script, because of the Unity's auto reloading, it's gonna like stall the server, and then you cannot kill the server. You need to kill like the entire process. So you need to stop the game, make a change, and then start the game again, which is not ideal at all. But it might be an issue with how I have this thing set up currently. Okay, good job. So this part here worked. So if I move over, it's gonna clear itself. Okay, same thing there. Okay, and here I call end turn. Okay, now this guy can now this like shows like the color, which is also pretty cool. Okay, so if I click this, it should turn blue and it should clear those two there. Okay, it did. Okay, so it should give me 4 points to the blue player. Okay, but now I'm the green team. I'm this guy here. So if I do this, now it worked. And if I do this, now it should also clear those 3 cells. Okay, it also worked. Okay, so now blue should go to 7 and green should go to 4. GG. I think it's working. I think it's working without like bugs and weird stuff. I mean, I think it's still possible for me to like explode the like my own thing, which shouldn't be possible. But I mean, it's whatever's. Okay, and this is thinking properly. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6. It was 7, yeah, and this is 1. It was 4, yeah. Okay, so the only thing here missing now is I actually think that this code here should live inside here. So if I can place the tile and I click on it, then it tries to do things. I mean, I can kinda call this here again. So if this cannot play style, then it's just early returns. Okay, but this should work. This should work. Okay, what more do I need to do? So it's keeping track of the score. It's going like over properly. I think that's somewhere I'm doing like wait for seconds, which is kind of weird. It's still weird why this guy takes like 1 second to send its data. I mean, at the same time, it kind of makes sense. But I mean, this should be initializing both at the same time. But maybe this requires this guy to finish first. I mean, if I get rid of this, does this work? I don't think it does. Not all paths return a value. Yield return null. Okay, this crashed, so need to close it, open it again. I'm loving this multiplayer development, by the way. Like the amount of times I had to restart Unity today, it's amazing, you know. There's probably a way to fix it, you know. There's probably a way. I mean, just the fact alone that it can boot the scene directly with 2 players is already good enough. Yeah, so see here, without that timer, this thing here doesn't work. It only initialized the host. Which is hella weird, bruh. Which is hella weird. I mean, I could technically change this to have like the players.changed, but then players.changed is going to be called like 4 times. It also doesn't make sense. Yeah, not even with a 1 second interval it works. Yeah, this is hella finicky, bro. Hella finicky. Okay, I think I need to put 3 seconds. Freaking flies. Leave me alone. Bruh. Do you guys have those electrified rackets to like kill flies and stuff? Yeah, I have one as well. It's pretty cool. I love the sparkles. Okay, so this thing doesn't work now. So I add one here and I add one here. Okay, maybe I need to create like I do this and then I do a is initialized true and then I do a initialized unchanged calls the rest of it or something. Because this thing as is, no bueno. Okay, so what were the values that I had before? Was it only 1 1? No, it was 3 and 1. Okay, I'm kind of tired of this, so I'll need to do the other thing. So network variable, I'm gonna put a bool. I'm gonna put a is initialized. It's gonna be a bool false. Bro, stop. Oh my god. And then on initialize game, well, I don't need the coroutine anymore. I'll do this. I'll add the players and then I'll do is initialized dot value equals true. And here I'll say is initialized dot on value changed plus equals no, create a method is on is initialized changed and then whenever this happens I do this. Okay, and this should get rid me of that 3-second timer, which was hella weird. Well, this won't work. Fuck. This won't work because this needs some time for the host, the clients to connect. Oh my god. Okay, if I call a start routine, it starts running like immediately, right? So if I do a yield return, you wait 4 seconds, 3 seconds here. Start core routine, initialize game. Surely. Let's see. I mean, it still has the 3-second timer, which is odd. So this guy got number of players too, but it didn't update the UI properly. How? So players count was working properly, but the number of players didn't. Okay, so maybe I can get rid of the number of players. Connected number count clients, connected clients. Oh my god, oh my god. This is all very finicky, like this multiplayer thing. Okay, so here I can use players.count. But here I cannot. Here I cannot. So int player count equals this. Okay. And then here I say players.count. And here I say players.count. Player count. Players. Okay, GG. I'm gonna need to restart this again. I didn't close the server on time. Yay. Okay, let's see. So I still have this weird 3-second timer, which I don't like, by the way. I probably want to have like some sort of car routine which runs automatically. But it's whatever. Okay, so this works. Okay, so this thing apparently so it's 3 and 2. Yeah. Okay, so if I do this, it removes and it will enter. Should be +5, 7 and 3. Okay, so this is working. So I'm gonna commit this before I mess all of this up. Basic multiplayer or type placement and score tracking. Basic multiplayer for tile placement and score tracking. I mean, good job. Okay, so I only have like 15 minutes left. I need to leave early today. So I think I'm not doing anything else today. So I think that we can maybe try a new game for 15 minutes. I downloaded this one, which was on my wish list, which is called a normal golf game. But I don't know if this is like fun to play on stream or not. Let's try it. GG. I'm gonna put myself on the corner. Hello? Yeah. Activate streamer mode. This just mutes the music, which could cause copyright claims. Yes, mute the music. Okay, they were pretty cool about it. Okay, normal golf game. Play. Difficult normal. Intended experience. You'll hit bad shots. It's hard. Hitting good shots feels great. Confirm. Holy sensitivity. Damn, this sensitivity is like giant as hell. Smile, you are on camera. Yeah. I was wondering when you'd finally get here. Been waiting all day. We spoke last week when you first signed up. I'm Luke Moscat and I designed this whole experience. You don't remember anything? Anything at all? The sign-up form, the entry fee? Not even the ultimate golf challenge? Wow. It's going to be an extra weird day for you then. Luckily, you already signed the contract a few days ago, while we were in a totally irrational state of mind, so no backing out now. I'll just deduct that 100,000 entry fee from your account. Damn. And you can start your tutorial challenges from the T-box. I'm sure you won't have any trouble finding it. Okay. We got the T-box here. Tab to golf. Tab. Oh, it's me. Oh, I remember this one. This one is like they rotoscoped like some guys like pretending to play, which is pretty cool. Use your mouse to drag around your hands and swing the club. How? Okay, so the more I do this, hit the ground running. GG. Can I hit the ground again? Whoops. Hello? So can I do it like so? Pyong fat. Look at that beautiful ball. Next. Hit the ball with good contact. The middle of the club face should hit the ball. Okay, what is the middle of the club face? It's this. Whoa. Hit the ball, then press space to quickly reset the ball. Then press space to quickly reset the ball. You can try lots of shots fast this way. Okay. I mean, this was pretty cool. It was pretty good. Perfect. Look at that. Hell yeah. Okay. Hit a thinner top shot by hitting the top of the ball with the bottom of your club face. This is usually bad. I'll need to do it like this. No. No. This is incredibly difficult. By hitting the top of the ball with the bottom of your club face. Oh, it's this. Okay. Amazing. Hit the ball with a lot of power. Swing your arms way back to build momentum. Power plus plus. Okay, good job. If you think this is too easy, just wait. Eat a slice. Use A and D to turn the club face. The slice goes way off to the right of where you are aiming. Oh. Oh, it even like curves the ball. It's pretty cool. Fat. It's a fat slice. Eat a straight shot. Use A and D and Q and E. What the hell is Q and E? A and D, Q and E. To try and keep the club face straight. It requires concentration. Oh, so it's something like this. Holy, this is difficult. This is like co-op, but with extra steps. Yeah, this is a hardcore co-op. Holy. Hello? A fat straight. GG, there it goes. People forget, so now I do it twice. Press space to quick reset after hitting the ball. Yes, sir. Perfect. Look at this. Okay. Tweak your aim with Z and C. Damn, okay, they are making it even more difficult. Okay, so this should be something like this. Fat slice. Finished within 24 yards. Perfect, straight. Oh, look at this beautiful ball. All in one. Ah, almost. GG. I only finished 1 yard away. Hit the secret Eden Gong. Can you find it? I think I found the gong, yes. Holy difficult game. Hit the ground. Bruh. This is way too many keys to remember. Failed. Hit the ground. Hit the ground. No, bro. Needs to be. There goes the ball. Okay, come see me back at the security gate. Press tab to switch between walking and golfing. I really like the fact that they like rotoscoped this guy. Great start. It seems like you're starting to get back into the swing of things. Sorry, there is going to be a lot of those. In other news, your car has been towed. Why do you look so surprised? You literally parked right in front of a no parking sign. They are everywhere. Oh, I forgot you had celebration for the last person to complete the Ultimate Golf Challenge last week, so parking was allowed temporarily. Do me a favor and go smash down those boards covering the signs. In the meantime, I'll call the tow truck guy for you. Okay, so I think I'll need to like hit those signs there. Okay. I actually think I'm gonna leave now. This is kind of fun. Like this golf thing is kind of fun. So I will play it again. I was just trying to spend some time until almost 5 p.m. Okay, so everyone, GG's. We almost got the multiplayer game working. I mean, it's kind of working. Now we just need to actually handle the transition to the dice throwing scene. But I mean, it's getting there. So I'm pretty happy with how it's going. Yeah, I'll need to leave now. Once again, thank you all for the support. Thank you all for the chats. Thank you for the new followers of today. And yeah, it's been a lovely day. Thanks to all of you. And I'll be back tomorrow. So I'm gonna get going. Once again, I appreciate you all. I wish you all the rest of a nice afternoon. And carrega torriense. See ya.